Good morning. That's not lit yet. So I got the oil pan off. I put the engine up on a stand. After struggling all day yesterday, I finally realized maybe I should put it on a stand. So there it is, on a stand. Front dress is all off. These actually work, these bolt holes actually work really good for hanging the engine on the chain. So figured that out finally. What else? I put it on the stand because I have to, of course, modify these manifolds. This guy here. So I got to do some more. Of course, they're sooty. Yeah, started clean. So I got to cut these down. I might throw them in the blast cabinet and just blast the soot out of here so my welds will turn out better. I got to trim this down yet. I've got a little mark here for the edge of the pipe and the index mark as to where it's got a point. I have to grind a bit of this away yet. Of course, make the hole. And that old engine that donated the wiring harness and such is going to be my welding fixture. So I'll be able to turn it flat on its side. Mint. It'll actually be a decent working height for welding. Yeah. And I mentioned how these plug wires won't come out. I'd like to pull the valve covers on this just to see what it looks like in there. So we'll see about that. Throttle body's off. I gotta put it on. I did not trash the gasket, so there's that. I'll just grease it so it'll, it'll reseat itself. So I got the exhaust manifolds to weld, so what I want to do is get that harness finished on the engine, and then, filthy. Get the harness finished on the engine, and then I can move over to the exhaust manifolds, and I get them done. And then from there, mount that to the transmission, get that out of the way, and then I can slide that engine out of here, which will be nice. We'll be happy to, wow. I won't be making much more room, but at least I'll have this connected, ready to drop in. And in theory, I could probably just connect that up, connect up the computer harness, jump the starter. Oh, if I do that, I'm gonna just create a whole mess of shoulda-dones. But we'll get to that. It's coming. I ended up with a neat little item the other day from the car club meeting. So that's one of the members collects these, and he's got some duplicates, so he brings them in, he donates it to the club, and then we each put in $2 and have a little draw. And I thought, hey, I need that because it's a Plymouth, won't bar all the way. So I thought that was cool. So that'll go in the office on display. What else is up? That's it for now. I gotta swap pans, so that'll be the other thing. I gotta jock this thing up, this thing. So I'm gonna lift it up to working height anyway to do that side of the engine. This side's pretty much done. And then from there we will be ready to connect it to the transmission. Onwards and upwards. I better light a fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. And what else? That's it. It's still snow outside yet. We're getting a very slow melt this year. Maybe next week things will start to crack open, which will be nice. Okay, well, back it a bit. Good morning. Next day? I think so. Or is it the day after? Not sure. I gotta put the rope on there instead of that cable. I have one. Let's see. That's not gone yet, but I do see patches in the field that are starting to open up. When the sun hits it, they get much bigger, much faster. And in a couple days, we're going to see some pretty good temperatures. So even this should be gone by then. It's dropped about an inch, this ice here. Yeah, probably an inch. Okay, let's go see what the Keebler elves have been up to. It's kind of chilly in here. That's going to set me back a bit. Lights on. Huh. Nothing. Boy, they made a mess yesterday. So, let's go over here. This is the driver's side manifold. I've trimmed it down some. And I know there's plenty of room for exhaust if you were to take this and, you know, do the calculating and stuff. There's enough square inches in there to handle whatever it is. So, I've got, oh, it's up here. I've got this sheet metal. It's like 1/8, which I'm going to plate over. I've got this marked out for the pipe that I'm going to cut out after I'm going to weld this in, then I'm going to cut that out. But I want this, and I want that, so I got to do some stuff. The other one I haven't really touched yet. This is the passenger side. Oh, I got my welding fixture set up. This one, I'm going to trim down just a little bit more yet, and I want to curve this upwards just to, there's no reason for it. Nobody can see it anyway, but whatever. The other manifold I threw in my blast cabinet, and the mating surface is all blasted nice and clean. So I can lay it on here, torque it down, and then I can do my welding right here. So this makes a good fixture. I think what I'm going to do next though is a little mucking about, and I'm going to connect that back to the transmission. And then I can clean up over there, set it on the floor, then my shop crane's out of the way. And well, it'll all be shop crane and engine all in one spot there. Then that'll be out of my way for now. Then I'll have my jack table. The welder can be set up for, should I TIG? I can't TIG, but you know, I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna spill some more coolant out of this thing, I think, because it's just not. Alternator brackets swinging in the wind there. I'm going to just this right here. I had to blast it, it was all flaking, so it's nice and clean painted. Yeah, so I'm gonna get that stuff moved over. I was seriously considering about firing that, but it's not practical. Mainly because something to do with the oil filter being in my way for something. And I can't remember what. Oh, lining up the mounts. If the oil filter's on, I can't see the mount. So that's next. I gotta put the engine mounts on the engine too. So I'm gonna work on emptying this cart and emptying that cart, and then I'll get on with whatever it is I'm supposed to be getting on with. So I'll bring you back when I'm doing something actually productive, maybe. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start some music. See you in a bit. Okay, well, it's bolted on. Even though I did clean this up, this dowel pin gave me a hard time. Starter went in with ease, but we got a puddle forming. It's coming from the dipstick tube because, well, it got wiggled. So I'm gonna deal with that. I'm gonna see if I can find an O-ring. What a pain in the butt. I hope it's just an O-ring. Otherwise, I gotta figure out how to get it to seal. So I'm gonna work on that. Then I'll slip the wiring harness into place. I can bolt the motor mounts on. And I'll pull the oil filter and put a pan under it so it can drain for a little while, because I need the oil filter out of my way to see for setting up the engine. But it's all gonna just sit right pretty much where it is. So we'll get there shortly. Oh, I think I get to do the spark plugs on that side yet. So that's the other part too. Spark plugs, motor mounts, that wiring harness. I should go through it and simplify it a little bit because it confuses me a touch. Or not. I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing. Yeah, and then once this is out of the way, I can get cleaning up here. Cool. Bring you back in a little while. Hey, it's another day. For sure, it's only one more day. So that's, again, we had a little review. It's got new plugs in it. I'm gonna throw a jug of oil in it right away for safety's sake, because I'll forget. Fires go on, it was like minus something or other this morning, not real cold. Seeing as I still got the fixture in the shop for welding the exhaust manifolds, I got on that. So, turns out I need a 1-inch strip, so I got a 1-inch strip cut right here. Here's a tool of choice for cutting nice and straight lines and fancy stuff. I go for that every time. It's way less grindy noise than that one. So, I did fit my first strip. It's a rough fit. And that end's gonna get a little extra weld. So I'm gonna tack weld this together before I cut the hole for the pipe that goes right in here, so right there somewhere, right where this clamp is. I'll get that done. I'll get the hole cut. I gotta tack this together first, just so it doesn't move. And then I'll cut the hole for it. Probably plasma arc. I found this pencil in my junk pile, and I'll tell you, it's like the perfect thing for writing on rust. Couple layers, there you go. See, it writes really, I don't know what it is. Prismacolor. Scarlet red. I don't know where it came from. Could have been in this place when I bought it 20 years ago, for all I know. Yeah, so that's where we're at. That sheet metal is donating itself a little bit at a time here and there, which is perfect. Don't know if I feel like welding. I might have to go and inspect my son's work right away, so we'll move on to that. Anyway, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call this a video and dump it on the internet because it's about time. I'm falling behind in that. We'll do one quick peek outside here. Some of that brown grass is showing. The driveway's all tore up. Moved the plow truck from beside the shop so the sun could get at where it was parked. That's about it. I've done nothing yet with the rad fitment and anything like that, so I got to get on that in the next day or two. Okay, well, as always, I'd like to thank you both for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Well, I think I'm done with the welding fixture. I don't know what's falling out of it every time I roll it upside down, but we're definitely not doing a taste test. Okay, so where are we? Oh yes, exhaust stuff. So, this is the right manifold. It's got lots of room for exhaust to flow. It gets bigger as it gets to the back. I gotta change these studs yet. And this is the left one. Now there we are. It doesn't have a flange on it yet because I'm not sure exactly what the best location will be for it. This is the spot for the oxygen sensor. I think what I'm going to do is pop these pieces on, throw them on the engine, slap it back in the car quick, tack this into place where we need it, and then yank it back out and finish welding it. If I can weld it in the car, great, but I think while everything's still out of my way, I'm going to do that because it'll only take me an hour. So that might be tomorrow's quest. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a fight, but I think I've got it. So there we are. And again, I'll repeat, as always, I'd like to thank you both for watching, and I'll see you again. What am I doing tomorrow? I don't know, don't care. Could be more of this. We'll see what happens.